Charlevoix tonight, everybody. Tom Clemenson here with Shane Smith. Shane and I are going to be giving you the play-by-play for this beautiful matchup here. What is this, the Lake Conference?
Yeah, we call it the Lake Charlevoix Conference here. Great game between, of course, Charlevoix and Boyne City, two forever-long rivals over the last several decades, spanning all the way back beyond the 1950s. These teams have met, and it's been a great battle through the ages here as we welcome you into our Bingham Insurance pregame show, Tom.
That's right. Small business can be risky enough. You don't want to gamble with your insurance, and that's why Bingham Insurance has got you covered for when that unexpected thing happens. Bingham Insurance representing auto owners insurance. Now, this is an exciting matchup. This is a tale of a couple of teams that went into the holiday break, you know, just kind of trying to eke out some wins. 2-4, 2-5 coming out of the break and into Tuesday night. Boyne City able to get a win, and Charlevoix not so much as they took on Kingsley. And Shane, I think you covered that game as well.
Yeah, I did. They came off a fairly competitive loss there. It was a 47-31 score. It sounds like a pretty big differential at 16 points. Was big at the end, but it was normally a lot closer than that. Normally 8 to 10 to as much as 12 points was the average across the game. It was just a matchup between a young team like Charlevoix, full of sophomores, and a older, experienced team with Kingsley filled with upperclassmen. Kingsley just last year was in Charlevoix's shoes in a bit of a rebuilding year, trying to get their young guys all squared away, get that experience together, get some congenial times, build upon the glue of the team, and they really started to show that off. They went 0-5 in the first 5 games of the season, and since then have gone on a 3-game win streak, and Charlevoix was game 3 of that. The team coming together. Charlevoix struggling a little bit here as of late. Again, you have 2 seniors regularly out on the court. Joe Gaffney, we'll mention him more here in a minute. Joe Gaffney not able to be out there quite as much as he used to and provide quite as much as he did, so it's a little bit tough to provide that leadership for those young sophomores that they need, but there's still plenty of time here, and I did see some really good moments throughout that game this past Monday time with some of these sophomores.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Kingsley was one of those teams that went into the winter break just 2 wins to the resume, 2-5, and of course that was a win that they desperately needed as well, and that's kind of the thing. Some of these teams, though, you know, you look at for example, Kalkaska. Kalkaska is one of those teams that's really struggling to try and get a couple of wins put together. But they've taken undefeated Sheboygan into the deep water, into overtime. Now Sheboygan finally lost last, was it Tuesday night against Elk Rapids. And so a lot of these teams on paper, you look at it and the record doesn't look great, but it doesn't really bespeak the quality of the talent that they've got. And like you said, Charlevoix is one of those schools. It's got some youngsters, and you know, again, we're only a quarter of the way through the season, coming out of the winter break. Plenty of time still plenty of games to play, plenty of time still to kind of build that team. And really, ultimately, what you're looking for is by the end of January, going into mid-February, you want to kind of see, you'll really know where your team is. And I mean, anybody's got a shot in the postseason if they can build toward that here. Games like tonight as we work our way through January.
That's exactly right. There's still so much time here, and these 2 teams, again, working out their kinks as time goes on. We're only about, in all reality, about a third of the way through the season, so there's lots of time here for these 2 teams to continue to build. But one thing I like to see from Boyne City is that they've really had quite a strong offensive showing in their most recent game, Tom. Ball movement and transition scoring were major positives there.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And so as I was kind of looking, you know, they've got some guys that can go double figures easy.
Yeah.
You look at Drew Neer, Jack Van Zee, for a couple. Let's see, Owen Hewitt as well, and Ben Stonick. All guys that will contribute, whether it's the big 3 ball or whether it's going to be down low. Jack Van Zee is a real problem. 6'7". That he can stretch it out, hit the long ball, and he's a menace in the paint.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Boyne City is just one of those clubs. Again, don't look at the record. They're a difficult matchup.
No doubt about it. And, you know, Charlevoix here, they're, again, younger team, but they've got some height. I see Isaac Bentz out there. He's roughly about 6'2", 6'3". They've got a couple of guys like Peter Yanchulis, who's really becoming under his own there. He's muscling his way into the basket, getting a lot of those contested shots, also getting some great defensive rebounds, stealing that away from some kids. And another guy that's really coming up that I like to see as well, Jason McNamara. They're looking for him. He had a straight 6-0 run here to bring the Raiders kind of back into that game against Kingsley this past Monday night. He's becoming a really good shooter, kind of taking the place of Carter Greenacre, who's been also a little bit under the weather here, battling some injuries to begin this season. So Jason McNamara filling his shoes nicely as another qualified sophomore getting in some good time out on the floor.
Well, listen, let's go ahead and step aside, pay some bills. When we come back, Shane, let's talk about keys to the game. And again, a little special presentation that you'll walk us through coming up before this one tips off. Again, probably about 7-8 minutes away from the ceremony, and then we should see it tip off right after that. That's all next on Next Level Broadcasting.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Welcome back to Charlevoix, Michigan. Tom Clemenson along with Shane Smith. You've got the Bingham Insurance pregame show here. And, well, we've been talking a little bit about what these teams have been through just to kind of get to tonight. And, again, both of them just trying to get some consistency going in their game. And Charlevoix really looking to try and add a third win. Boyne City picked one up last Tuesday in a tough game. But nonetheless, look for some big scoring there. Shane, want to come back to you, though, talking about keys to the game. You know both of these teams really well. What's it going to take for Charlevoix to pick up the win, and what's it going to take for Boyne City?
Well, after watching these teams for all these years, Tom, and especially this season here with this new young crew out here, it's really going to come down to tempo. Charlevoix wants control and efficiency more than anything tonight. But Boyne City, with their tall, lengthy athleticism, they're going to be all about speed and pressure. Whoever establishes pace early tonight will have a big advantage throughout this game, no doubt.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So when we look on the other side, what are you thinking?
Well, I would have to say elsewhere here in the Northern Shores Conference, that's one thing I wanted to get into before we get into that Joe Gaffney thing in just a minute. Elk Rapids hosts Harbor Springs, and that'll be a big game. And Kingsley will travel over to Kalkaskin. We kind of talked about that game as well. And tomorrow night, Sheboygan hosts Grayling. And all these games play a role in shaping the conference standings. And, of course, one of our schools that we're covering, Elk Rapids, fighting right there at the top of the conference. Charlevoix and Boyne City both sitting towards the bottom of that. So they'll have to work their way up to the top of the mountain. But it will be a big battle tonight. Eric Huffman, Jared Stamen on that game as well between the Elks and the Rams.
That's the ugliest play-by-play crew we've got at Next Level Broadcasting. Made for radio. Fantastic. All right, super. Well, listen, we're expecting Boyne City going to want to push the pace and scoring in bunches. That's kind of the thing. When they're going, man, oh, man, look out. The Raiders are Ramblers, rather, something else when it comes to scoring in bunches, whether it's from the three-point line or inside the paint. They've got the height and the ability to do it. So talk to us a little bit about Mr. Bingham. Career 1,000 the other night, is that right?
Yeah, Joe, he was coming into that game at 996. And he was able to blow that one by. Got 2 3-pointers, one in the second, one in the third quarter. So he's up to 1,002 now. They gave a nice little announcement there during the third quarter. I was told that they're going to do a little ceremony before this game gets underway, and I hope we get to see that this evening by providing Joe Gaffney with a special 1,000 career point ball. He is standing there at the end of the bench, the only one at the moment with his jersey off. So hopefully we'll see that here in a moment. That's kind of one of the biggest storylines, of course, besides the continuing rivalry here between the two teams, is Joe Gaffney getting that recognition that he deserves after just one heck of a story here over the last several months. It's a miracle to see him out here on the court. And have him get that 1,000th career point might be one of Charlevoix's proudest moments here in a long time.
Yeah, and it wasn't expected either. I mean, the fact that the young man was able to come back from such a, just a horrific situation and with his life even, let alone to be back on a basketball court.
Well, we'll send it down to our PA announcer, athletic director Alex Tizio, see if he'll provide that 1,000-point announcement. And if nothing else, we'll have the national anthem and the starting lineups on the other side of this. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back on the other side of this.
And strive to keep sportsmanship the number one priority. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that, if you are able, please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, it's time. We get those starting lineups going here in just a moment. Looks like the teams are getting ready to do that. Tom Clemenson here with Shane Smith. Shane, a regular, a staple in Charlevoix, as it were, an alum, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and I want to make sure everyone at home watching gives Tom a very
Recognized by one of our Raiders student athletes.
well. First, I think we're gonna have the 1,000-point announcement, so I'll get back to that in a moment.
Sounds good.
Career points in his high school basketball career. At this time, Joe is being presented by Raiders head coach Anthony Troshak with a ball and poster to commemorate his achievement. Knowing the effort that parents put into this achievement as well, we'd like to welcome Joe's parents, Aaron and Carrie Gaffney, sharing this milestone. Reaching this milestone reflects dedication, determination, hard work, and commitment to the game and to the team. Please join us one more time in congratulating Joe Gaffney on the incredible accomplishment of reaching 1,000 career points. Raider boys basketball.
And you were here, Shane, so as they kind of wrap that up, you were here for his first game back from the accident.
Yeah,
Talk about that night.
Well, I got to tell you, I believe it was the second quarter. He had been out on the floor, kind of getting his feet under him for a few minutes, and then finally he got a good look and absolutely lasered in a three-point shot, and the whole place just blew the lid off here. It was a phenomenal scene, very emotional. The game kind of stopped for a moment. It was one of the greatest moments I've seen as a Raider in a long time for that comeback story. And ladies and gentlemen, I know we've got the starting lineups here, but I want to make sure you all give Tom a very warm welcome here. We're short a crew member tonight, so I had to call Tom all the way over from almost to Gaylord to run the play-by-play tonight while I try and operate the camera and do a little color here and there. So give him a warm welcome. He's a regular pro. He's been at this for a lot longer than I have, so you're in good hands tonight.
Oh, man, set a guy up for failure.
Oh.
So here's what we've got for Boyne City. Tanner Kelly, Drew Neer. We've got Lucas Van Zee. Looks like they've got Janacek out there as well, so that's kind of where we're at there. And
right.
Now Charlevoix here. We've got Peter Yanchelis, Jason McNamara, Joe Gaffney, and Ian Morin. looks like Talon Jacobs as well.
Yes, indeed.
All righty.
He's another young man that I feel bad that I forgot to mention him earlier. He got some good minutes last year, even with the senior core that Charlevoix had. He still had some great minutes on the varsity floor in some of those games, and he's really become one of the leaders on this court, really filling in big shoes as only a sophomore. Taking that role, he's made some great efforts through the first third of this season, and definitely a player to keep an eye on as we go along.
So it's going to be McNamara for the jump ball, representing Charlevoix. And it's going to be Charlevoix controlling. Jacobs with it. He finds Gaffney. Over to the near side for Moran. Back to McNamara. Gaffney from long range. Not enough on that one as Boyne City goes in transition. Quick pass down the length of the floor, and Junior is going to put that one in. Easy layup for him. Gaffney now with it, coming back the other way for Charlevoix.
Yep, that's exactly what we talked about, Tom, that speed and tempo. Boyne City gets one pass all the way down the court. Junior was there to get it, put in the basket, and they go up by 2.
Beautiful pass by Ian Moran. Able to beat a double team, find his man for an easy bucket, and Boyne City turns it over on the transition, coming back the other way.
Yeah, sometimes the speed just doesn't quite work out for Boyne City, and put 2 on the board there for Peter Janchulis. He was right there, kind of providing that post coverage that we've seen all season long so far, really coming into his own down there under the basket.
Well, just a really good job of kind of reading the play. As far as, his man kind of let up, and they tried to get the double team down in the block, and finds him wide open, and just a really good pass. And a beautiful finish, too, as they work it around McNamara. Kicking it back out. Gaffney from 3. That's going to go off the back of the iron. Rebound controlled by Charlevoix, and gets a nice roll.
There's a good look right there. McNamara used his length. Also another one of those guys, probably about 6'2", 6'3", able to reach into the air, grab that one out, and there's a travel call.
And you can see early that Boyne City wanted to push the action, those long passes, trying to get it down into the corner quickly, and they're either looking for a shot or they're looking for somebody open underneath, trying to catch Charlevoix coming back on defense. As Charlevoix now bringing it down the court. Moran going to get it over to the near side for Jacobs.
Charlevoix so far playing like a team who is tired of seeing that 2-5 record right now. Really one of the quickest, most complete starts I've seen in the opening 2 minutes of the game for Charlevoix.
Yeah, that ball, we're working that ball around the perimeter pretty nicely. Boyne City doing a good job D'ing up. It's going to be back to Moran. He finds Janchulis. Gaffney with it, going to take it inside. Tried to pass. It was a little too much defensively, and a nice move and a better block. Stanek made a nice spin move, and it looked like he was going to have a beautiful layup, and, well, Janchulis was there and knocked it out of bounds. Yeah. Boyne City going to control.
Janchulis, about the most mild-mannered kid you could possibly be around. Excellent young man as that 3 ball goes away. But on the basketball court, he's really becoming a bit of a monster down there. We saw that there with that block that got the crowd on their feet. The student section really adding some atmosphere to this game. And the Raiders still maintain that 2-point lead, Tom.
So Moran going to take it across the half court. He's got Wells on him. Gaffney with it. Back to Janchulis. Finds Moran. Still working that perimeter. Kick out. Going to go cross court over to Gaffney. And again, just taking their time, looking for an open look. Not sure whether or not he should have maybe shot that Janchulis as he sets the pick.
He's not big from 3-point land yet. He's really in his prime there within 6 feet of the basket. Joe Gaffney thought about it too.
Shot. Yeah, he does. Not able to get that one to roll in. Boyne City coming back the other way, and that pass was just a little too outside for Drew Neer. Not able to handle it, and one of those turnovers, unforced error.
That's the second one we've seen from Boyne City so far tonight. Charlevoix hoping to capitalize on it. Neither team scoring in the last about 90 game seconds here.
So 4-2 your score as we wind down this first quarter. We've got about 4.5 minutes or so to go. Some good pace. watching Charlevoix really just getting into the half court, setting up that offense, real deliberate as far as working that ball around. Boyne City not giving them too much as far as open looks on the perimeter.
Oh.
Gaffney's going to take a look there. Three, and he's able to hit that.
And that feels good for Gaffney and the whole Charlevoix crowd, up to 1,005 points now on the season. Even the Boyne City folks were cheering for him. I mean, it's a feel-good story around Northern Michigan.
Boyne City with it now. Nathan Wells tries to get it underneath. Three-point shot going up for Boyne City, and they're able to hit that.
They answer back.
Stonick from long three. Moran now coming back the other way for the Raiders.
Have a game of dueling threes, and that'll be an exciting one.
Yanchelis with it now. working that point, that pivot. You're going to get a reach on that one. Tanner Kelly, the perpetrator of the grab.
Yeah, McNamara had a good idea trying to pass that one to Moran, but he's lucky he got the foul call because Moran wasn't quite there to read that pass play. McNamara should have gone in strong with it. Thankfully, again, there was that little reach in there, got the foul. The first one of the game, actually, after over 4 minutes of gameplay.
Greenacre checking in for Yanchelis. It's underneath Gaffney. He's going to go ahead and get some contact, not able to get the roll or the call, but Boyne City doing a good job D'ing up, straight up down there, and good no call on that one. Stanek comes inside off the heel. Rebound controlled by Boyne City. They're going to kick that one back out to Stanek. Long three there, in and out. Boyne City with the offensive rebound. That's Stanek again. And two more times, not able to get the roll, but he does get the foul, and that's a win if you're Boyne City.
Yeah, Talon Jacobs fighting for his life down there. I'm surprised it took that long to get the foul call. There was a lot of contact down there, but so far the refs allowing the boys to just really play through this one. And finally, they just saw enough from Talon Jacobs, and will reward Stanek with 2 at the free throw line, and I think he deserves it.
He'll get that first one, and now they just trail by 1.
You know, Tom, that hurts as a Charlevoix fan to say a Boyne City player deserves something, but here I am. That's all right. All love from the other end of the pond down there at the end of Lake Charlevoix.
Yeah.
No good folks down there, plenty of them.
All tied up after Stonek's able to sink both of his free throws. Show a little bit of half-court pressure here now from Boyne City. Greenacre bringing the ball into the half court. That's McNamara trying to get inside, finds Gaffney, back to Greenacre, and now Moran with it. Gaffney on the near wing. Greenacre with it now on the far wing. They find a man cutting inside. That's McNamara, not able to get through there, and we'll have a foul now on Charlevoix. Jason McNamara got a piece of him there, and that was Jacobs that was on the previous shot. All tied up at 7 with 2:50 on the clock.
I can hear former head coach of Harbor Springs Light, Eric Huffman, seething and having a floor from that far at the other end of the court.
And we're going to get a blocking foul there. Greenacre looking for the charge, and it was awfully close. I don't have the replay available tonight, but he was probably about a half a second from having himself established, but a good effort nonetheless. That's going to take Tanner Kelly to the line. Greenacre's first foul tonight. All tied up with 2:42 here in the first quarter. Tom Clemenson along with Shane Smith bringing you the action tonight.
And our producer, Will Sherman, joining us as well. Able to get a break between school seasons out east. Come here and work a couple games with us.
And, of course, we appreciate all of you spending some time with us on a Thursday night.
Putting up with a couple ding-dongs like us on there, I suppose.
Well, a big night, too, because we've got a semifinal for the CFP going on right now.
That's true.
As Greenacre launches one from 3, and that one's going to hit the iron and then the backboard, and the wrong side of that backboard. So
Yep.
Boyne City going to take this one inbounds.
Greenacre trying to return to his old form again. Folks may recall he was my favorite player last year, the freshman, just an absolute dynamite three-point shooter. Trying to get back into that this year. That was just about 2 inches away from bouncing in.
So a little bit of a mishap there for Boyne City on the inbound pass, not able to handle it. Good defense too. Moran was right in the middle of all that as he's getting ready. He's going to have to get that one inbounds quick. And Boyne City nearly came away with that as they find a wide open Jacobs. He's going to take it inside and off the glass.
That's what we're looking for from Talon Jacobs, one of the more muscular players on the team. Muscle your way in there, bullet one off the back of the glass and in for two.
We're seeing a little full court pressure there from Charlevoix, just trying to take away some time and space. Boyne City having to set up their half-court offense, and we've seen a lot of transition from them into the corner and then back out to the top there with Kelly. Over to Stonick. It's going to be a three-point shot, and it's good. Eli Pope checked into the game for Boyne City, and he hits one from downtown. 10-9 your score, the visitors ahead.
Good production off the bench there for Boyne City. Got them a little shot in the arm that they needed. Had gotten a little stagnant here in recent minutes, aside from the free throw shooting.
Gaffney and Greenacre working together. Jacobs now looking to go inside. Hits Greenacre. He'll bring it back out to Moran, and now Gaffney on the near wing. Skip pass over to Jacobs. He finds Greenacre from three, and that one's right on top.
Yes, there it is. Charlevoix with the answer back three. Greenacre feels good about that one, trying to suppress a little smile.
Full court pressure again as Boyne City's able to get it across the half court. There's Moran to knock it loose. Good pressure, taking away some time and space from Boyne City.
So far, Tom, I gotta say, even though these teams have been struggling so far to begin the season, this is the rivalry game that I was hoping for, especially for you as a first-timer to witness this back and forth. This is just how I remember Charlevoix in years past, playing their hearts out, very physical to begin this game.
So an offensive rebound there. Three-point attempt again. That one's going to go off the iron, and Charlevoix controls Jacobs with the ball. He finds Gaffney. Boyne City's defense all over that. Back to Gaffney. Tried to handle that pass. Greenacre now. Over to McNamara. Finds Gaffney. 14 seconds on the clock. Gaffney's going to play for the last shot in the quarter. Moran trying to set up a pick. Well done. Open look from Greenacre in the corner, and that's going to go off the front of the iron. Boyne City, opportunity to throw one up from half court, and he hits the front of the rim.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
What a moment that would have been. We had an alley-oop last night, East Jordan against Inland Lakes. Jared Stamen and I covered that game. Go back and watch that for a Ellis Malpas alley-oop. We almost had a three-quarter court shot go in there.
Goodness gracious. Well,
great
the home
balls of
team,
fire.
The home team up 12-10 here. We'll step aside for a moment, get you ready for the second quarter coming up on Next Level Broadcasting.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Here we go. Boyne City going to inbound here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Your score, Charlevoix 12, Boyne City 10. Nice back and forth game. Boyne City looked like they were going to have some advantage early, and Charlevoix hung right in there and able to get back with the three-point opportunities as Stonick tries to get one in there.
Oh, boy.
And another three-point shot. Jacobs going to control the rebound, and he's going to get somebody there for the reach. It looks like that'll be Braden Joyce picking up a foul. That'll be his first foul tonight.
Each team with a foul with about the 80-foot mark on the court here. Not exactly what each coach would like to see.
Full court pressure now from Boyne City as Greenacre is able to go ahead and get it across half court. To mention, Yanchelis is back in the game as Gaffney spots up from three off the heel. Rebound controlled. Yanchelis with the board. Sets a nice pick for Greenacre, give and go, kicks that one out to Moran. He's gonna take it inside, finds Yanchelis over to a wide open Gaffney, and there he goes, drills it from three.
Tom, you just called one of the best offensive possessions I've seen the Raiders have so far this season. That excellent rebound by Yanchelis, here we go. Greenacre working it all the way in, that one falls off, gets his own rebound. And I gotta say, this is the best offensive rebounding I've seen from Charlevoix, getting those second, third chances. There you go, Boyne City cleaning things up there.
Jamie Joseph on the basket there. Yeah, it was good. That full court pressure, able to create the turnover. They weren't able to capitalize as we get another foul, and that's going to be, looks like it's going to be on Jamie Joseph.
But I want to go back to that possession. Obviously, you had multiple offensive rebounds by Charlevoix. Started there by Peter Yanchelis. Had a couple of drives towards the basket. Boyne City closed on him. Got the ball passed back around the perimeter, and then Joe Gaffney gets his 1,008th point so far this season. That was a phenomenal, level-headed possession by Charlevoix here just a moment ago.
McNamara now checking in for Jacobs for Charlevoix. And there's McNamara with the ball, kicking that over to Gaffney. He's going to work his way inside. Tries a little pass off to Yanchelis, and they're going to go ahead and call a foul on that. He had Eli Pope draped all over him.
Yeah.
That's Pope's first tonight.
3-0 foul count, Boyne City already, and still 6:20 to go here in the second quarter. I mean, two more fouls and Charlevoix will be automatically at the free throw line for the rest of this one.
So inbound to Greenacre. He's going to kick that one out to Gaffney, way out. Moran now with it. Some movement inside. Yanchelis looked like he might have been ahead of the play just a little bit. Now they're working around. Charlevoix just looking for some inside work there as Greenacre takes it to the hole.
Greenacre with 5 now on the evening. Good start for him, showing some good momentum and strength down there on the floor.
Good defensive help there from McNamara as Gaffney's guy got by him. That's off the heel, but controlled by Stanek.
Again, another good rebound, this time a defensive one by Mr. Yanchelis.
Another nice pick by Yanchelis, that give and go. He's going to wrestle that one away and take it in for the...
Oh, my.
Yeah, nice little shot off the backboard. You love to see it. Sophomore in there just kind of imposing his will on Boyne City.
That's what we're looking for. Again, so far as Charlevoix goes up by 7, 19-12, with still 5:23 to go here in the second quarter. It's just, this has been the most complete opening quarter and a half of a game I've seen from the Raiders so far this season. What better of a time than to have it against Boyne City? The rebounding, the passes, the steals, the defensive rebounding. Charlevoix is just, you name it, they've been on fire, firing on all cylinders right now with it.
A 19-12 score, too, for the home team. Spots one up from 3. That's going to go off the heel, and Greenacre pushing the ball up. He finds Gaffney. Gaffney over to Moran. Initially was looking McNamara. He'll give it back to Greenacre as Greenacre looks to make a move inside. Little inside play, and it's going to result in a foul there. That's Thomas Ager picking that one up. Should have mentioned Brody Horrigan checked in for Yanchelis.
Really? I can barely hear you.
How about now? Here we go. All right. Brody Horrigan hits the other one.
Oh, so
21-12 your score.
So that's what it is. Tom's cord turned my ears down. All of a sudden I was in a silent film here. Couldn't hear Tom.
Some back and forth action here. Initially, it looked like Charlevoix was going to steal one away, but Boyne City got it back, not able to capitalize on the shot. Gaffney bringing it up for the Raiders.
Charlevoix just a completely different team compared to how they were this past Kingsley. They played uninspired. On fire here is Carter Greenacre will be drawing the foul, Tom.
Another nice move from him, trying to work inside. He'll take the outside shot, feeling a little more comfortable. At least he looks confident, but he's even more confident taking it to the hole. And you don't make the basket, but you get the foul, and that's a win. And that is a win against Stonick as well. So
automatic trips to the free throw line for the rest of this quarter, and there's still over 4 minutes to go. So Charlevoix looking to hopefully make good on those free chances.
9-point lead for Charlevoix. Jacobs checking in for Moran. Greenacre with one more opportunity from the free throw line. 4:10 to go here in the first half. That's going to be in and out. Boyne City controls the rebound. Coming back the other way. Some pressure up on the half court as they try to work that trap on the far side. Kicking it out. That's Drew Neer with it. Neer normally not afraid to take that long shot, but he's going to set the offense up. They go inside, back outside to Neer. And Charlevoix comes back with it. Jacobs with a nice steal as he lets the offense get caught up. Gaffney now with it on the near wing as he tries to work it inside, and he's going to draw the foul. That one's going to be on Janacek, his first tonight.
Ramblers foul on number 11, Camden Janacek, his first. At the line for the Raiders, Joe Gaffney.
Well, Tom, I think it might take me to not be on the call for play-by-play for Charlevoix anymore, for them to be playing at the excellent level that they are. I think you need to come by and do this more often. You're their good luck charm.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I can tell you my freshman year when we played Boyne City at home in Inland Lakes, they just shot the lights out of the gym. It was ridiculous. That was back when they were Class C and we were Class D. So, they were an excellent team. They've been all these years.
Boyne City, always a solid athletic program. Ooh, not able to get that one to go.
The rebound, though, covered by Boyne City and finally put back in, and they'll take that. And again, the lead back to 9 for Charlevoix as Greenacre takes it across the half court. Boyne City content to let them set up that offense at the half court. 3 minutes to go now before the half. Greenacre thought about it, going to take it inside, cuts between the defense, gets the roll, and another basket in the paint for Greenacre. That sophomore looking great tonight.
Yes, he is. You got Greenacre firing on all cylinders. You got Gaffney with a couple of big threes. This Charlevoix team is just as good as I've ever seen them. And there, Gaffney with the defensive rebound.
It was good pressure by Charlevoix. Boyne City was able to break it, had a wide open look as well, as Greenacre puts it in and gets the bounce. He is living a charmed life tonight. Wow. That was off the back of the iron and turned over. Boyne City just needs to settle it down a little bit as the lead stretches out to 14.
To my unofficial count, Greenacre has had 12 points already in this game. 2 made threes, and I believe he's had 3 two-shots so far in the game.
All in the paint, too, as he goes in, and that doesn't even count the contact that he's drawn.
Yeah, no kidding.
This time Gaffney trying to go inside. They'll get, looks like it might be on Janacek. That's his second on the reach. So 2:02 and a 14-point lead as Gaffney steps up.
Carter Greenacre coming over here to grab a quick swig of water. Boy, he needs it after the performance he's had so far. Gaffney, of course, right back to his old self as well. A couple of big threes. He's had some trips now to the free throw line, chipping in there. Got a good defensive rebound here. Talon Jacobs really muscling his way in. Peter Janchulis elbowing his way in, getting some excellent shots as well. This team as complete as ever. I'm tickled, Tom. Like, I know I'm supposed to be impartial here, and that's why I guess it's good that you're doing the play-by-play tonight for our Boyne City fans watching. But as a Raider alum, seeing how they've been struggling so far this season, I am just tickled pink right now.
All right, so that's going to be a foul on McNamara, using the body to block a little bit, and a nice sales job by Drew Neer on that as well.
So I was going to say, after all that praise, then McNamara goes and does something like that.
That's all right. Neer did a really good job on the sales of that. It was definitely a block. It was a good call, but
hey,
helped along a little bit.
Speaking of sales, Eric Huffman always was called Mr. Hollywood back in his day playing for Harbor Springs, and you played against him a bit, Tom.
Yeah, I remember him very well. One of the best point guards in the Ski Valley. That one's going to be short. Nice look there by Neer. He's just not able to hit it. And a little frustrated as Greenacre patiently brings it back across half court. He's going to find Jacobs. Jacobs inside to Yanchelis. Yanchelis was looking inside as well. A little bit of a floater pass back to Greenacre. Horrigan in the rotation now. Inside to Yanchelis as Horrigan works his way inside the paint. Jacobs now going to take a little floater. That one's not going to go, and Boyne City with the rebound. Coming back the other way with 1 and 11. It's going to be knocked away by Charlevoix. Boyne City retains, but again, showing you those quick hands on defense. And I tell you, they've created plenty of opportunities for themselves, creating a nice transition offensive game for themselves tonight in this first half.
No kidding. Jacobs there flying high, knocking that one out of the air, showing that he's not going to be bested in this game. We've got a newcomer in here, Tom.
That's Patrick McClure checking in for the Raiders. Stonick checking back in for the Ramblers.
About 65 seconds to go, up by 16.
Another ball knocked loose. Boyne City able to hang on to it, and Jacobs trying to get inside and jump that pass, and plenty of contact there. Stonick is able to draw the foul and take your pick. Either of the
there could have been
those
three Raiders called in there. I guess they'll plant it on McClure's shoulders.
Looks like they gave it to Horrigan.
Or my apologies, yep.
Yeah, that's all right. He was the new guy in there anyway, so why not give it to the new guy, right? Honestly, you could have probably called about 3 fouls on that same play as you mentioned. Stonick not having much luck from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, I can't say any of the Ramblers have had so far. Of course, very limited trips there. That one falls short.
That one's off the front. Boyne City controls. Jacobs comes down with the rebound, and Charlevoix pushing the action up. Jacobs able to corral that pass as it was tipped. Moran from the top of the key, and it's going to go in and out.
I was going to say this would be like a 5-leaf clover night if Moran got a three-pointer in as well. Like, that would just be the icing on the cake.
And you got to love the hustle from the Charlevoix defense. 2 Raider hands on that single pass and knocking it loose. Boyne City controls, but nothing coming easy for the Ramblers tonight.
And again, I'd like to think this student section, you could probably hear them over our microphones having a lot to do in this game. I mean, it's impossible sometimes to hear each other with how loud those students are, and it's good to see as well.
Zone defense set up by Charlevoix. Is the three-point shot is good. That's Nathan Wells. Hits one from deep. They find the weak spot in the zone, rotate the ball around, and make Charlevoix pay. We'll see if they go back to a man defense when we start that second half. Playing for the last shot, 5 seconds, and that one's going to be tossed away. Last second shot is good. We'll see. They're going to count it. 3 points at the buzzer, and it was right at the 0.
A 6-0 run there in the last 36 seconds from Boyne City. Gets them back within 10. There they go. They just updated the board. They were down by 16, back to a 30-20 differential. Tom, only a 10-point affair. It's still anybody's game as we get into the second half of action after our halftime break.
Yeah, we'll take a little halftime break here in a moment to kind of talk a little bit about this first half and see what's going on around the world of sports in Michigan. And, plenty of sports action going on around the state and around the country. That's all coming up on Next Level Broadcasting.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown cherry capital airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more, the Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our Northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Everything is made using fresh ingredients, including locally sourced meat and fish. Our bar features several local Michigan beers on tap and an excellent bourbon selection. Did you know we also cater? Let Gray Gables enhance your next event with our catering services.
Come dine with us at the Gray Gables Restaurant in Charlevoix the Beautiful.
Well, there it is, your score, 30-20 here at the half. Charlevoix, it looked like they were going to be in a little bit of trouble. Boyne City got off to a small lead, and then Charlevoix's defense just came cracking down and able to create some really nice transition offense, Shane. And I'll tell you, it's the first time that I've watched Charlevoix play this year in person, and very, very impressive. And I know that, like we said at the pregame, the record not necessarily an indicator of the quality of the team for either squad out there tonight, but Charlevoix really looking like a team that's, maybe found a spark.
Yeah, well, my goodness, Tom, bring you in to fill in for me here since we're down a crew member, and this is your first Charlevoix game that you've seen, and by far their best. I gotta say I'm a bit jealous, but and all things considered, you're exactly right. This defense has really turned up not just a notch, but probably about 4 notches compared to how they've been so far in the first third of the season.
Right.
Then offense firing on all cylinders. You got Joe Gaffney with at least 7 points so far in the evening. You got Carter Greenacre with 12, according to my unofficial count so far tonight. And you've got great chip-ins by Talon Jacobs and Peter Yanchulis. Not only are they getting points on the board, but they're getting those takeaways. They're getting those offensive rebounds, allowing the Raiders to get those second and third chances down at this end of the floor offensively and get those takeaways from Boyne City. Force those turnovers there along the sidelines. I mean, Charlevoix playing like they're an almost undefeated team right now, really kind of throwing Boyne City in a lurch. It was a 16-point differential up until the final 30 seconds of the half. Then Boyne City went on a quick little 6-0 spurt, including that buzzer beater 3 to bring this back within 10, but it's been a pretty evenly matched game throughout. Just Charlevoix able to clamp down defensively and get those buckets on each defensive turnover they're able to force.
Yeah, just a little bit of a slip in execution there for Charlevoix toward the end of the second quarter. Boyne City able to kind of capitalize on that, but otherwise Charlevoix's looked real sharp. And it's just been some opportunities missed too. We've seen some open shots from Boyne City doing a really good job of stretching the floor really, really quickly, catching that Charlevoix defense. You know, when they put that full court pressure on, they're able to get that ball and create a mismatch in terms of numbers under the paint. They just haven't been able to finish on those plays. There have been a couple of open looks under the basket. They just haven't been able to make Charlevoix pay. And, well, I mean, that could be very easily the difference.
Yeah,
hey, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say they've also been struggling at the free throw line, too, missing probably about 6 free points down there.
Yeah.
That end, that would make this a 2-possession game right now.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we appreciate TVC Cherry Capital Airport, our halftime show sponsor. If you're dreaming of, maybe some sun and sand, they can get you hooked up. That's right, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, your gateway from Northern Michigan to all those warm weather getaways. Now is a perfect time to lock in those spring break plans as well. Make sure you do it while those seats are available. Book today, tvcairport.com. Well, we've got a lot of action going on around the state of Michigan this weekend. Take a look at your Michigan sports update. Start with the Michigan State Spartans hosting Northwestern tonight. That one tipped off at 6:30, and you can catch that on the Big Ten Network. Of course, they'll replay that. A physical matchup is what we're expecting tonight from the Spartans, and of course, they need to avoid those live ball turnovers if they're going to have any luck against Northwestern. And right now, it's Northwestern up 37-33 with 15:32 left in the half. Number 2, Michigan hosting Wisconsin in another Big Ten matchup. That's a 1 p.m. tip-off on Saturday in Ann Arbor. Look for Michigan to cut down on turnovers. Made that Penn State game look a little too close for comfort the other night. The Detroit Red Wings back in action tonight. They're at home hosting Vancouver. That's right, Vancouver. You can catch that on ESPN+. And right now, the Red Wings, with 17 seconds left in the first period, lead the Canucks 1-0. And the Pistons going to be back on the hard court Saturday night, hosting the LA Clippers. Expect to see Cade Cunningham back in the lineup after nursing a bruised wrist. He was out last night against the Bulls, but Isaiah Stewart had himself a big game from 3 and inside, and holy smokes, the Pistons are just firing on all cylinders, and don't let the record fool you. They're going to have their hands full against the visiting LA Clippers this weekend.
No doubt about it. And Tom, while you were doing a check-in here on sports around Michigan, around the country, I also did check in on our other 2 games here in the Next Level Broadcasting universe. We've got a big one about 35 minutes down the road in Elk Rapids. Elk Rapids taking on the visiting Harbor Springs Rams. That's a close one as well going into the halftime break, 26-20. Charles Strail just about 20 minutes down the road in East Jordan covering a Ski Valley Conference game. The Lady Snowbirds taking on the Lady Red Devils. Lady Snowbirds have a possibility to get well into the playoffs, and by well, I mean quarterfinal deep at least. And they're giving it all they can to the Red Devils right now, up 28-1. With just over 4 minutes to go in the first half.
And we've got a college football playoff game going to be happening tonight. That one should be kicking off any time. Number 10 Miami against number 6 Ole Miss, 12-2 versus 13-1. Miami is a 3-point favorite on that one tonight. So we'll see if Cristobal has got his team some good fortunes looking into his crystal ball. We'll see how that works out for him. Listen, we're going to step aside for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll set you up and get that second half underway. You're listening and watching Next Level Broadcasting coverage of Charlevoix and Boyne City.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You work so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
All right, welcome back. Here we go. Raiders with the ball to start the second half. Moving right to left. Going to be a quick turnover there as looked like Jacobs trying to catch a pass, a little bounce pass into the paint. Didn't work out too well. Fed underneath, and that one's going to be Boyne City basket all day long. Really nice pass by Jamie Joseph.
Jamie Joseph there kind of delivering the mail early. Again, it's been an 8-0 run since about the 36.5-second mark to go there in the second quarter. Charlevoix had a 16-point lead, chopped down to 8. We'll see if they can bring it back, starting off with Gaffney as that falls away, Tom.
Yeah, off the front of the rim, and Boyne City now coming back the other way. It'd be interesting to see what kind of adjustments we get from the halftime. They're going to kick that outside. Nice play there by the sophomore, Yanchelis, with the piece of that one to get the Raiders off and transition the other way. Yanchelis inside the paint. He's dealing with a little bit of a height disadvantage, and the block favors return.
Yeah, tried to draw a little extra contact there, hoping for the whistle, not just to have the play stop, but to grab that foul too, and just not quite enough. Nice job there by Sawyer Klotz-Englund to keep it all clean.
And that's one of those situations, too, where, as Yanchelis works on his game, gets more comfortable with the left hand, he'll be able to use that outside hand in a situation like that. Moran now with it, top of the key for Charlevoix. He's going to hand it off to Gaffney, closely covered by Isaac Bentz. Gaffney inside, back outside. Greenacre with it now. He's going to take it inside, double team, gets the contact, and that'll be Stanek. Called for the foul there. That's his second foul.
Yeah, so far no player on either side of the team in foul trouble. I don't believe anybody has more than 2, so that'll be good for both teams to keep track of as the game goes on. Keep it clean here throughout so all the important pieces can maintain their time on the floor in such an important game as clean swish there on the first free throw by Mr. Greenacre.
Gets the roll on that one and stretches the lead back out to 10 as Boyne City comes back the other way. Full court pressure there as they're able to kind of get through it. Good defense inside the paint. Greenacre coming away with it now. Finds Gaffney in transition. Gaffney looks to take it to the hole. Back out to Jacobs. Inside to Yanchelis. He looks for Jacobs cutting through. Gaffney on the outside off the back of the iron, and they'll get Yanchelis a little bit of contact underneath on Tanner Kelly.
That'll be Yanchelis' second here. Which, with all that he's done there, he's lucky it's only 2.
Kid plays with a lot of energy. Boyne City doing a good job breaking through that full court pressure. Inside, Stanek looking to set up an alley-oop, and that one's going to go in.
Just got a little bit too far into the basket there for that one to go, or else that would have been a highlight reel moment for sure. Back-to-back nights I would have witnessed an alley-oop, but not to be so far.
We saw a nice alley-oop set up in Malpas from East Jordan finish that one the other night. It was something you'd see in a college game. It was a beautiful play by East Jordan, or rather Elk Rapids in Sheboygan the other night. Travel called on Charlevoix, trying to get their feet back under them. Full court pressure here. Jacobs and Moran up top. Gaffney kind of covering that middle space with Greenacre. Got their hands on the ball there, and they're able to get the defense back, but three-point attempt going up. Rebound controlled by Boyne City. They're going to say one of those Ramblers had their foot on the line, so Charlevoix with the ball back.
I got to take a brief moment here, Tom. We got a couple shout-outs to make on the chat line.
Nice.
Yeah, and everybody tuning in, please keep that going. Love to hear from you. Got Monica Troshak saying, thanks for covering the presentation to Joe Gaffney. Such a great accomplishment. Coach Troshak's parents watching from Williamston, Colorado. Go Raiders. Thank you, folks, for tuning in, as well as Yoga with Chris. Tom, you might know who that is.
I might.
tuning in. For all the viewers, please share the link with your friends and family.
Oh, big shot. Greenacre with the skip pass over to Greenacre. He hits it wide open. They found a nice hole in that zone, and here comes Boyne City the other way. Going to answer back from 3, in and out. Not able to get the rebound, and then Greenacre just took it away from Stanek rather, and they're going to say he got a piece of the player. No, they're going to call that on Stanek. Yeah, it looked like Greenacre just took the ball away from him, and it looked clean. They're going to say Stanek had some contact, and I'll tell you what, Greenacre playing with a whole lot of energy tonight, and the Raiders able to get that lead back to 11 points there as Gaffney takes it across half court.
Yeah, some of the Boyne City faithful certainly had some things to say about that as Stanek picks up his 3rd foul, so he'll have to be careful with still almost the entire second half to go.
Gaffney trying to take it inside. He finds Jacobs. Jacobs going to kick it out wisely. He was well covered inside, and there he is, Greenacre with another 3.
Oh, my God. Carter Greenacre back to his old shooting form from last year. That's enough for Boyne City to call a timeout. Carter Greenacre up to 18 points. Oh, travel, my apologies. I was so excited. But Greenacre up to 18 points on the night tonight.
Well, and that's it. Charlevoix defense taking away time and space. They're forcing Boyne City. At least Boyne City feels like they're forced to move quickly as Jacobs puts one in. Everything going the Raiders' way right now. That full court pressure just giving them all kinds of fits, and that's what caused the travel. And now Stanek trying to create something out of nothing. Moran underneath gets some space, not able to get the roll, and Boyne City coming back the other way. Tanner Kelly, they D up, gonna take it inside. Yanchelis is right there, not able to get his hand on that ball. Rebound controlled by Boyne City again, and they're gonna get Yanchelis for the foul.
Yeah, yep, just brought that arm down a little bit too low, kind of bonked off the top of the head there of Mr. Van Zee. So they must have flipped his number around on the jersey, eh, Tom?
Yeah, they did. Jacobs checking out for Charlevoix. Coming in is Brody Horgan. So they cut that lead down to 14.
Checking in for the Ramblers, number 11, Camden Johnson.
Number to be proud of for Charlevoix, having a lead of 14 right now, holding Boyne City, who, again, historically a very strong team, and gives Charlevoix everything they can handle year in and year out. Even on a down year for these two teams, still a great game, but only able to score 26 through the first 2.5 quarters of this one.
Greenacre bringing it up across. A little bit of a pick there. He's just going to go ahead and kick that one over to Moran. Back to Gaffney. Greenacre again with it as he works inside. Little head fake, tried to get some space. Good defense though, and Gaffney's gonna miss that one off the front of the iron. Stanek coming in transition, and they'll probably get that foul. Yeah, that's gonna be on Greenacre, it looks like. That was a good foul.
Yeah, I mean, he earned all of that one, no doubt, as Greenacre picks up his second.
Stanek looking to hit something here from the free throw line. Last trip up, missed them both. Bound to hit it this time. There it is, nothing but net.
Yeah, that was, again, Boyne City went, I believe, 0 for 6 there, at least in the second quarter, maybe the entire second half. They didn't have a ton of chances there at the free throw line. Oh, perfect 2 for 2 there. You couldn't get it any better.
And that's what you expect from Stanek. He's one of the better players up in this conference. One of the leaders on that Boyne City team as well. 2:55 here on the clock as Greenacre takes it inside. Nice dish. Going to kick that one back out, though. Just not able to get the ball away as Joe Gaffney hits one from downtown.
Joe Gaffney getting into double-digit scoring now, and that is enough for a timeout, this time called by Charlevoix of the 30-second variety. My, oh my.
We've got ourselves quite a game here. 43-28 up on the scoreboard, and initially it looked like the adjustments were looking pretty solid for Boyne City, and then all of a sudden that Charlevoix defense, that pressure, full court pressure, just kind of rattled them a little bit, and Charlevoix able to get that lead back and extend it.
Got to as close as 8, back to 15. That's kind of how it felt with Kingsley on top of Charlevoix this past Monday night. Charlevoix returning the favor to Boyne City. But, Tom, I got to say, welcome to the Charlevoix rivalry. My goodness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good indoctrination for you on a game like this tonight.
Still seeing that full court pressure, kind of rushing it through, and there's Greenacre with a takeaway. Wisely picks up, looked like he was going to pick up the ball and just try and create a fake, and Winston in pain a little bit on that ankle. They're going to get him for the travel, put the brakes on, just not able to stop the momentum. And then Boyne City had an open look underneath, and they'll draw the contact anyway. Janacek gets the foul.
All right,
Horgan
go on,
picks up his second, yeah.
All right. He earned it. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, just kind of looking at Janacek as he had both defenders kind of collapsing on him. He had an open pass and an open look on that other side of the block as he sinks the second of 2.
Now Boyne City's going to take a full timeout to talk about it. So, Tom, I think we're going to quickly step aside to thank our good friends at the Grey Gables restaurant.
Hey,
Hi, it's
Dad.
Kevin Klein
Brought you
from
some
TVC
popcorn.
Airport.
You should
We're proud to
relax.
help keep you
You
connected
worked so
to high
hard
school
for
sports
us.
in Northern Michigan.
What happened?
So you can stay in the game.
It's a little fender bender.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Grey Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Everything is made using fresh ingredients, including locally sourced meat and fish. Our bar features several local Michigan beers on tap and an excellent bourbon selection. Did you know we also cater? Let Grey Gables enhance your next event with our catering services.
Come dine with us at the Grey Gables Restaurant in Charlevoix the Beautiful.
All right, welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, Charlevoix with the ball. Full court pressure shown by Boyne City here as Charlevoix 43-29 lead. Boyne City looking to try and use some pressure to create some opportunities for him as Moran working against that pressure, and he's going to get it inside. Kick it out. Greenacre with it. He'll dribble in. Trying to draw some contact. Not able to get anything. Stonik almost knocked that one away as Greenacre comes back with it. Really nice physical, aggressive defense by Boyne City, and they're going to get. Looks like they're going to get Charlevoix on a foul. That's McNamara on the push. So Boyne City with it, and you can kind of see coming out of that timeout, Boyne City really looking aggressive.
Well, unfortunately for Charlevoix, that'll be their 5th foul, so that'll be automatic trips to the free throw line here for Boyne City, and McNamara picks up his 3rd foul. So in a moment, that'll bring Talon Jacobs in to give McNamara a rest on the bench. Again, he had a great night against Kingsley, 6 straight points in the 3rd to bring Charlevoix within single digits of that game. And unfortunately, he's been a little bit less productive tonight other than on the foul count.
So Wells, the freshman, misses his first. Jacobs checking in. It's going to be off the back of the iron. Boyne City controls. Wells from 3, and he hits that one.
All right, a little mini spurt once again by Boyne City, back within 11 here.
They take the long pass. That's Horrigan. Gets it to Jacobs, and we'll have a foul on that near wing.
Ramblers foul on number 11, Cameron Janacek. His 3rd, team 3rd.
3 on Janacek now.
Yeah.
Minute and 41 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 11-point lead for Charlevoix. We got a timeout. Charlevoix concerned about the, no, they'll say that was a foul.
Number 5, Jamie Joseph, his 1st, team 4th.
So away from the ball.
Yeah, they're going to give that done to Jamie Joseph. His second. Boyne City's fourth.
Moran with the inbound. He finds Jacobs underneath. Easy basket. Full court press on here. And that one's going to be jumped. Good opportunity there for Brody Horrigan. Just not able to keep it in bounds there as he gets a hand on it, knocks it loose. And again, that ball pressure. Guys jump in the lanes, hands up, quick, active hands. You love to see it if you're Charlevoix. Boyne City just trying to get their offense set up here. Three-point attempt coming from that far wing. Not going to go. Nice rebound and put back by Jack Van Zee. Rather, check that. It was Luke Van Zee.
One of the Van Zees. I got to say, one thing I've noticed here in this third quarter, the offensive rebounding and defensive rebounding for Charlevoix cooled off a little bit. So has the three-point shooting.
Gaffney with the attempt. Boyne City coming back the other way from the corner.
Whoa!
Hits it. Oh, my goodness.
What was that?
That was a big-time shot. It was a fadeaway three from the corner, practically behind the glass.
Yeah, he fell out of bounds.
And a takeaway from Boyne City, and here we go. Van Zee takes it, gets the foul. Not able to get the basket, though. So some energy coming from Boyne City. We're back within 10 now with 43-3 on the clock.
And a player working their way into foul trouble you don't want to see. Carter Greenacre picking up his third for the Raiders.
Jan Chulis already with three as well. Van Zee hits the first one. He's been busy down low, and I tell you, it's starting to see him get a little more involved in the offense now. Not able to get the roll on that one. So 1 for 2 from the line, 45-38 as Charlevoix comes back the other way. Greenacre with it. He's going to work it to the back to the top of the key. A little bit of a screen there set up. He's able to get it inside. Little fadeaway jumper, in and out. Van Zee with the rebound, coming back in transition the other way. Boyne City not able to get the finish at the rim. Jacobs with it now, hits Gaffney in stride. Gaffney gonna take it inside, tries to draw some contact, not able to get the call. Van Zee is down, looks like he might be favoring that ankle. Charlevoix with it, Gaffney at the buzzer. And we'll keep an eye on that. Luke Van Zee came down awkward on that foot and kind of limping off the floor as we go. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a moment, pay some bills. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. That's next on Next Level Broadcasting.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
All right, it's time. Fourth quarter action here from Charlevoix. Boyne City cut that lead in half. It's 45-38 with 8 on the clock.
Yeah,
Boyne City with the ball.
This is the closest it's been, Tom, since they tied it one other time at 8-point difference since about the 6-minute mark to go in the second quarter. So Charlevoix better watch out.
And that one's going to be off the front of the iron. Charlevoix controls. Greenacre with it now, bringing it across half court. Seeing Boyne City back into that half court offense, or defense rather, inside to Jan Chulis. And he's able to get the angle on that one.
That was just what Charlevoix needed. Jan Chulis muscling his way in there like he's ought to do. Gets it back to almost 10.
And returning the favor, Nathan Wells. So a notable absent, Luke Van Zee. Looks like he's still getting some attention there on the bench for that ankle, so he's out for Boyne City at the moment. Going to make things a little easier for Jan Chulis inside as they go back to him. Getting physical in there, kicks it back out to Greenacre. Going to reset the offense. He's going to take it inside. They're going to get him for a charge. That was probably a good call. There were three Boyne City Ramblers down there. Two of the three had their feet well positioned there, and Greenacre trying to force it in there. He had Jan Chulis open. I mean, inside the paint.
Yeah.
He drew all three of those defenders, and just not able to make that connection.
Greenacre, a younger guy here. He's got to work on controlling his temper. I was watching a little interaction between he and the ref. Ref put the whistle in his mouth, close to calling him out there on the game, getting a technical, and out he would go. Cooler heads prevailed. He's still in, but 4 fouls here with 6.5 minutes to go. That'll be tough skating.
Jacobs with the takeaway now, coming back the other way. Gaffney. Oh, and we've got a hard contact. That'll probably be a block. No? They're going to call a charge? I didn't catch that one. Stonick. Yeah, they're going to give that, they'll call that a charge. So we'll get that sweat up off the floor there. Stonick a little bit bumped up on that one.
And just as one would imagine in a rivalry like this, especially now that Boyne City's worked their way within 7 points here, the atmosphere is getting a little chippy, not only from the players out here on the court starting to scrap on each other a little bit and say some pleasantries, you might call it, back and forth, but the crowd really getting into this one as well.
So here we go, Boyne City with it now, trailing by 7, 6:19 on the clock. Drew Neer with it. He's going to find Nathan Wells, back to Neer. He's in the corner, and he's able to go to the opposite corner there. 3-point attempt comes up off the iron. Stonick with it, and they're going to get a foul. Looks like Jacobs might have picked up another one there. McNamara also in the vicinity. Yeah, so that'll be Jacobs. That'll be third foul for him.
Whistle frenzy here. 3 fouls for Charlevoix in the opening minute 59 of this third quarter. Boyne City with another trip to the free throw line. They started cold in the first half with free throws. They've been improving a bit here in the second half, and if
Stonick hit them both his previous trip up. First one is going to go off the front of the iron.
Yeah, and if he can get the second one in, back to a 2-possession game for the first time since early on in the second quarter.
Janacek checking out. Tanner Kelly back in. Stonick able to hit the second free throw. And full court pressure now from Boyne City. Just a little bit of a show there. Moran with it. He's going to take it inside. And Luke Van Zee back in the ball game and gets a block on that one. Just as he comes back into the game, he's already back in the stat sheet. Long 3-point attempt there, and that's going to go Boyne City with the rebound, and they're going to get Jan Chulis. I thought they were going to get the foul, but they're going to say it was a travel before the foul. Boy, oh boy, he could have gone either way on that one. Charlevoix lucked out on the call. Big time.
I would say so.
McNamara with it, picks up his dribble. And now Moran. He's looking to try and create some room. A nice little bit of a dribbling exhibition there.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's good to see Lucas Van Zee out there. Got his ankle all taken care of.
So Charlevoix with it now. Jan Chulis, and they're going to get Lucas Van Zee on the foul there. As Jan Chulis was trying to take that pass, and well, Van Zee wanted to take it away from him.
Van Zee wanted a little more. Yeah.
And that's his first foul actually tonight. So
it's like my twin brother and I fighting for the same toy after Christmas.
Moran with it now. Top of the key, Charlevoix. Only up by 6 now. Boyne City able to kind of claw their way back into this one. Gaffney with it now, top of the key. He's going to work inside. Initially looked McNamara. He's going to kick it over to Jacobs, though. Jacobs creates some space. He's looking for Yanchulis to cut in. Back out to Moran. McNamara now, far wing. Tries to put a move on there. Quick hands, though, by Boyne City, and they're playing out on those guards. There's going to be some room inside if they can cut, make some nice quick cuts. And we're going to get a timeout. Charlevoix, yeah, that's the Raiders. Raiders really needed that one. The Ramblers defense really doing a nice job in the half court.
Yeah, Charlevoix just discombobulated there on that offensive possession. That was over 35 seconds and no real attempt made towards the basket. And McNamara was pretty pinned there in the corner. So good call there by Coach Troshak. Allow the boys to take a breath for a moment, get settled in, get a new play drawn up, and away we go.
Yeah, it's all about reducing some of the risk. And, listen, small businesses can be risky enough. You want to make sure you've got the right insurance partner, and that's where Bingham Insurance comes in. They're going to be there and have you covered when the unexpected happens. Bingham Insurance representing auto owners insurance. And we appreciate their sponsorship.
Yes, we do.
So Moran going to inbound for the Raiders. Gaffney, Greenacre, Jacobs, and Yanchulis all out there for Charlevoix. On the other side, we've got Joseph, Stanek, Van Zee, and Nathan Wells. They're not able to convert. Yanchulis with the rebound. Gaffney with the ball now. He's got Stanek. Jacobs now with it. Kicks it out to Yanchulis, out to Gaffney, back over to Greenacre. He's going to take advantage of that pick. Van Zee's going to step out on him, and he's giving him plenty of pressure there as Greenacre goes to the corner. Jacobs with it. He finds Moran. Van Zee, top of the key with him. Yanchulis underneath. In a weird spot with that right hand, but Yanchulis able to control that rebound and get it back out and get the offense set up. Meanwhile, lots of time coming off the clock, and Van Zee out there with some pressure. Yanchulis was not ready for the pass. Gaffney just trying to get away from that pressure, but that's what the pressure does, is it just cuts down that time and space. And that's what it's designed to do, create turnovers.
Well, while Charlevoix was not able to get any score on the board, they took almost 90 seconds off the clock on either side of that timeout. We're under 3.5 to go, Tom, and Boyne City takes a timeout while we have a second. Checking into our other big game on the Next Level broadcasting page here. Elk Rapids and Harbor Springs playing down in Elk Rapids. Eric Huffman, Jared Stamen taking care of that game. The Elks have blown the top off that game with 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Elk Rapids up on top, 53-34.
Well, speaking of scoreboards, 5 minutes to go into the first quarter. Miami, the U, up on Ole Miss 3-0, and they've got possession of the ball. 2nd and 2 on the Miami 31 at the moment.
Okay, see how that goes. If Lane Kiffin made the mistake after all of moving away from Ole Miss to LSU,
well,
his team certainly doesn't miss him.
It just means more.
Oh, yeah. The SEC means more with those hypothetical wins.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what. Yeah, no love loss for me. I'm normally not a Miami fan, but tonight I am.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, you don't want to see Trinidad Chambliss,
you know what?
The old Ferris State quarterback?
What a great story. But you know what? To heck with the SEC.
Okay.
Not a fan of that conference at all. And it's great to see Alabama just skull drug last week. Just a beautiful thing. Almost as good as watching Ohio State get knocked out of the tournament.
Well, I suppose being a Skunk Weasel fan, but one thing you had in the notes, Tom, and we didn't get to that near upset Penn State pull on Michigan State or Michigan in basketball. That was a fun thing to watch.
And that's the big debate. A lot of Michigan fans feeling like the Wolverines ought to be #1 college basketball. But again, Arizona still has a great record and probably a stronger opponent, record as far as strength of opponent. And again, that close one against Penn State, yeah, win's a win, but it was awfully close as Stonick, it's that turnaround jumper, drops it in there, and they cut the lead down to 4.
Talk about awfully close. Again, as much as a 16-point lead down to 4 in crunch time with 2:40 about to go in the ball game.
Moran looking to try and do that give and go dish to Greenacre. Greenacre's going to have to come back out, and they're going to get him for a travel. He turned and left his pivot foot. That was a good call. Good whistle by the referee there on that one. So now Boyne City with an opportunity to potentially get her within just a point or so. That's Nathan Wells with it. He sets up the Rambler defense, or offense rather. Tanner Kelly going to go back to Joseph. He goes underneath. Van Zee with it. And they're going to say that's off Charlevoix. Van Zee was looking for a foul.
Yeah, but everybody stood like statues there. There was no extra movement, no extra contact. I believe that was the right call.
Boyne City now with it. Tried to take a one of those Bill Lambier shots there from just top of the key, and not able to get that. Showing lots of pressure though. Great pass by Gaffney, and a better fake by Moran. Wow.
The patience there. That's
Nathan Wells put a Superman cape on and took to the sky, and Moran just did a great job showing that hesitation and putting it in as Stonick answers back for Boyne City. Still a 4-point difference here with 1:45 to go. Gaffney turns it over on the inbound pass. Moran just about got a hand on it. They're going to go outside now. Stonick from 3, and he hits it. We've got a 1-point ball game, and Charlevoix calls a timeout with 1:29 on the clock.
Oh my God.
All about momentum swings as the Raiders try and get themselves collected up and see what they can do here.
Well, that's what makes basketball probably my favorite sport to broadcast, Tom. Is football, you can, once you get set in a certain way, it is hard to make a comeback. But basketball, you can be down by darn near 20 points, and over the course of about 7-8 game minutes, work your way right back to a 1-point game, all off a few adjustments here and there, a couple of lucky turnovers, for chances at the free throw line. And it's a 49-48 affair with Charlevoix knocked a little out of sorts here in the most recent about 6 game minutes.
Yeah, you hit it exactly right, Shane. Football is a story of halves.
Yeah.
You got 2 halves, and the momentum, like you said, doesn't swing. With basketball, it's moment to moment. It's all about the 8, 10, 15-point run in some cases. So here we go. Boyne City showing the full court pressure, and they're going to go with a long pass to Jacobs, underneath and in. Wow. Back to a 3-point ball game, and this is what everybody came to watch tonight. Boyne City, Charlevoix, big rivalry game here. Van Zee, cross-court pass. Going to go back to the far wing. Moran looking to try and get that pass. They've got the passing lanes well covered. Van Zee from 3. In and out. Jan Chulis with the rebound. He's going to pick up the foul. Good job by him to try and draw that contact. But no, it's going to be a timeout, Boyne City. Jan Chulis, well covered by Jamie Joseph on that. Hey, let's talk about leveling up. If you want to level up your business or your event, Sky Media 45 is a veteran-owned company ready to deliver high-impact photography, video, and drone mapping and inspection services for you. From aerials to the final edit, they're ready to fly for you. Visit skymedia45.com.
Well, I got to say, this is the highest viewership. I got to check here on the YouTube video. This is the highest viewership a Charlevoix ball game has seen all season long, and what a game that you folks are being treated here to tonight. 3 points separates the two teams with just under a minute to go. 51-48, just when it seems like Boyne City can close in on Charlevoix. Charlevoix makes a full court pass play like what we just saw here just a moment ago with Talon Jacobs delivering the mail and finishing that one off. Go back up by 3. Now the foul was forced, sending Charlevoix to the free throw line. Oh no, there's still a couple fouls to give, so I'll hold off on that thought for a moment. A lot of fouls to give and a lot of clock to burn.
So it's interesting, if you look over at the student body for Charlevoix, a lot of the flower shirts and beachwear, Obviously, they've been watching the TVC Cherry
There you
Capital
go.
Airport commercials. They're
Nice
ready to
tie-in.
book their spring break. And we appreciate their sponsorship of tonight's game, tvcairport.com. Want to get that spring break travel plans booked while you can. That's Greenacre. Last touch by him. No, Boyne City's going to keep it inbound. Stanek takes it in. Blocked by Jan Chulek, and Van Zee was looking for a foul. It was a good call.
Yeah.
It was a good call on the jump ball. Jan Chulek had his hands on the ball, and Van Zee was able to bring it back over the top of his head. So the arrow favors Charlevoix. They're going to have some trouble here. They got to get it across half court. Moran, they're going to get a reach on that. So Kelly with a foul, 39 seconds on the clock, a 3-point ball game, and Charlevoix maintains possession here. Jacobs, Greenacre, Moran, Jan Chulek, Gaffney. See which way they go. It looked like it went off Greenacre's face. Referees are going to talk about it, and that's the call. Boyne City. Boyne City now with it, and they're going to go ahead and take a minute, call a timeout, talk about this. They're down 3 with 38.4 on the clock.
Okay, well, take a breather. Do we get a check-in with our producer here, Will Sherman? Are we all set on the bills here? Anything more to pay?
Not really.
Okay. He's giving us the thumbs up, so we're all set to keep it right here, Tom. 50 seconds here in the timeout left to go. 3-point affair. The atmosphere in this gym, I mean, it's the loudest I've heard it in a long time. Charlevoix has to hold on for about 35 more seconds.
Well, and you got to give credit, too, to Boyne City, not only the players, but the fans. I mean, we've got a really good fan base from Boyne City in here in the Charlevoix gym tonight, and they are loud and proud.
Small but mighty here. I mean, they have been deafening in our headphones, and you have that limiter cranked up as far as it'll go.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a pleasure to see it, too. It just speaks to the rivalry.
Yeah.
This reminds me back in the old days when it was Eric Huffman coming into the Inland Lakes gym from Harbor Springs. Yeah, oh, my goodness. Those were some games. And then, of course, St. Mary would come in and just wipe the floor with all of us. So.
Well, yeah, there you go.
The old Ski Valley was a lot of fun.
And those girls are doing the very same thing to East Jordan right now.
Oh,
I'll
my
have to check in
goodness.
on that score later, but it was by over 30 here a few moments ago.
So Boyne City with it now, 36 seconds on the clock. They find Stanek. Nice pick by Van Zee. Stanek can't hit the shot, but he was fouled in the process, so he'll get 3 from the free throw line. That's going to be a foul on Jacobs, the number 4 for him, 28-9. And an opportunity here for Boyne City to tie it all up. Stanek's been a little 50-50 there from the free throw line. We'll see. He's due. First one's in. Made that one look easy. Nothing but net, and that even hardly moved. Fans giving him all kinds of grief as that one goes off the front of the iron.
So that one will at least keep Charlevoix in the lead to begin this next chapter in the game with 28.9 to go.
Good adjustment there underneath. Jan Chulek and Jacobs switching spots there. You got Jan Chulek with Van Zee, and he gets a good job boxing him out. As now we've got a 1-point game on the second make. Gaffney taking it across, and we've got a foul on, looks like Stanek.
Yes, sir. Each team, no more fouls to give before we have automatic trips to the free throw line. Charlevoix looks to be probably the beneficiary of that first.
Long pass. Jan Chulek smartly kicks it out to Greenacre, and they're just going to hang on to this one. Foul there by Kelly, and that was a smart foul with 18.9 on the clock. I mean, you know, Charlevoix is just going to let that thing wind down if they can, and Greenacre did a good job not trying to force the issue.
The biggest moment of the game so far and the season for Mr. Greenacre right here on my unofficial count, 18 points on the night. Big free throws here. In and out.
So it's going to remain a 1-point game for now. Big moment for the sophomore. Gaffney trying to get the Raiders set up for whatever comes next. That one's going to go in. So a 2-point ball game. And here we go with 18 seconds. Stonick, he's the guy you want to have the ball, and he's going to get across half court and call a quick timeout with 15-1 on the clock. This has been a barn burner of a game, folks. So glad you could be part of it with us. Tom Clemenson with Shane Smith, and we got Will running the controls tonight, trying to keep us between the guardrails at any rate. Much as
That's
you
a
can
tough
be
job.
as much as you can be on these slippery roads. So, I don't know. Man, oh man. I tell you, welcome to Charlevoix, right?
Yeah.
This is my first game here, man, and I'll tell you what, I feel like I want to come back for all of them. This is just some great basketball tonight from two really good teams.
Well, Tom, you might be, if you want it, you can have it, because this is probably going to be one of my last games as a Charlevoix play-by-play. Well, just announcer. I'm not doing play-by-play tonight, but as a Charlevoix broadcaster, it'll be hard for me to find time as I expand my horizons, continue at Grand Valley, and look for other stretches into my career path here. So
Stanek inbounds to Wells. That's going to be knocked away by Jan Chulis, but Boyne City able to get it back. 8 seconds to go now. They're looking for Stanek. Jan Chulis with it. And Van Zee with a quick foul. Really nice hustle by the sophomores. Had himself a game tonight. Peter Jan Chulis, sophomore center. Big time defensive play, gets the foul. Van Zee, no choice there, had to make the contact.
interesting.
I don't know if they're going to call that a flagrant or what exactly. Well, we'll see how that one shakes out. First one's in and out. 4.1 seconds on the clock, a 2-point game here. Second one goes in on the roll.
Forcing Boyne City to make a three to send this one to overtime.
Looks like Charlevoix's got the timeout. So a 3-point lead with 4 seconds to go, and Charlevoix with the ball. Just a quick update from the college football playoff. Ole Miss takes the lead on a nice little run, and more than a little run, about a 60-yard run from scrimmage.
Okay.
Yeah, to put Ole Miss up 7-3 with 14:50 to go in the second quarter. I'll be listening to that game on the way home.
No kidding. No, they gave him a full timeout here.
All right, well, what's your strategy, Cotton?
On the inbound, you have time for one, maybe two quick passes, then you have to put it up. That's all you have time for. 4.1 seconds, but it's going to be tough. I mean, everybody's going to close in around that arc, especially someone like Carter Greenacre out there with his length. Not going to allow much to get up and in the way in the air, that's for sure. And
I think if you're Boyne City, you're probably going to put a couple of guys in there that definitely have fouls to give.
Yeah.
You're going to foul immediately on the inbound, I would imagine. And hopefully it's somebody that isn't going to make free throws. So we'll see. But, yeah, it's going to be a 3-point it's got to be a 3-point.
I forgot, yeah, with that flagrant foul, Charlevoix gets it back. Yeah.
That's right. So here we go for the ball game. They find Jacobs underneath, and he's going to lay it in.
The icing on the cake, ladies and gentlemen.
Van Zee throws it up, but it's not going to be enough. Charlevoix hangs on to win this one 55-50 after having as much as a 16-point lead. Boyne City fighting their way back into the ball game, tied at 1 point, and then the Raiders just doing what they had to do to get that lead back and hang on for the end.
Wow, yeah, the closest I've seen in a high school basketball game to storming the court as The Charlevoix student section comes out here in the best Charlevoix basketball game I have seen in years. This one, a thriller from start to finish. Boyne City kept it interesting throughout. They looked like Charlevoix had them on the ropes there in the third quarter, up by as much as 16. Boyne City clawed their way back. Looked like they had the lead within grasp. And Charlevoix just able to make a couple of big plays here, especially those full court throws and quick buckets. And, of course, the Peter Yanchulis free throws there to really ice this one away.
Well, and his hustle on defense all night long. It was his it was his hand in that passing lane to knock it loose, get the flagrant foul, and then make those buckets, at least one of the two buckets, count. I mean, just good hustle all the way around. Hey, listen, we're going to step aside and come back, give you some post-game thoughts, and set you up for whatever's next. I don't know. Shane probably has a better idea than me, but we'll get you something. That's coming up on Next Level Broadcasting's coverage of Charlevoix, Boyne City, here from Charlevoix, Michigan. Be right back.
Hey, Dad, brought you some popcorn. You should relax. You worked so hard for us.
What happened?
It's a little fender bender, but Mom already filed a claim with our agent, and we can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Sounds like simple human sense. Well played.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Welcome back. We've got some post-game coverage for you here. Tom Clemenson along with Shane Smith. We got Will at the controls, and we had ourselves one heck of a ball game. Charlevoix able to hang on for the 55-50 win. It's their third victory of the season, 1-1 coming out of the holiday break, and well, it's all it's like the next quarter of the season here, and plenty of good things to build on from tonight if you're Charlevoix, getting ready for a nice run to get you at least closer to the postseason.
Yeah, well, hey, I may be a broken record tonight, but it is everything. I mean everything when I say this. Charlevoix's most complete game to date, other than maybe their first game of the season against Ellsworth. Otherwise, the passing was there. The shooting was the best we've seen this season. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, forcing the turnovers. Everybody had a hand in this one. I mean, you had even great players coming off the bench like Mr. McClure, Horrigan as well, adding some key minutes, but it was really the Ian Moran show really getting in there, being scrappy, getting those takeaways. You had Carter Greenacre with a standout performance tonight, really his breakout performance of the season, getting 18 at least. You had Peter Yanchulis muscling his way under the basket as always, and Jason McNamara providing great minutes on the court. And, of course, you can't go without mentioning Talon Jacobs and Joe Gaffney. And Joe Gaffney providing a couple of key threes in this game as well to really keep boosting this Raider team. And just as you said, Tom, their first win of the new year, they go 3-5. Boyne City drops to 3-5. If there was a game for Charlevoix to build on for momentum here, for the latter 2/3 of the season, this would be it.
Well, and I'll tell you, the Ramblers can't hang their heads at all. They had a great ball game, just not able to overcome that big 16-point deficit. I mean, they were darn close, able to get it tied up. Great game tonight by Luke Van Zee. Got to give a shout out to Camden, John Check, Drew Neer with a nice game tonight as well. And, of course, want to mention Nate Wells also, and Ben Stonick.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Heck of a ball player there. He was able to hit some from the outside, inside, and just a lot of energy from Stonick Jr. So you're going to see plenty of him this year and next year. So
yeah.
Not like so as long as the high school doesn't develop a portal system, in NIL.
Well, you never know what might come out of that.
Yeah.
But hey, as we get ready to wrap up our Charlevoix State Bank postgame show time, we've got 2 big games coming up tomorrow night. The boys of Gaylord St. Mary are going to be hosting the visiting Johannesburg Lewiston Cardinals, and then the cream of the crop game, so to speak, tomorrow night. It's Traverse City St. Francis going to take on Big North opponent Petoskey in Petoskey. So be sure to tune into that game. I'm sure that'll be a great one.
And don't forget to tune in tomorrow after that. Be sure to check it out. Big Ten action and the college football playoff semifinal. Indiana undefeated taking on Oregon. It is just going to be a wonderful matchup of contrasting styles. Some really, really, really tough players there for that Hoosier team in the trenches, man. They are just physical maulers on both sides of the ball in the line of scrimmage. And then, of course, Oregon, just holy smokes, they are just fast, and explosive. So it's going to be a nice matchup there too if you get a chance to check that one out and root for the Big Ten team of your choice. Anyways, that's going to do it for us tonight. For Shane Smith and Will, Tom Clemenson here saying so long. Thanks for watching, and tune in tomorrow. Lots of next level action. You can catch it. nextlevelbroadcasting.net. Have a good night. Stay safe.